going to do an unusual reading. What is the life of Barron Trump like? Okay. Let's see what's going on in Barron Trump's world. You know, is he a happy person? Is he not? You know. Let's see what it's like to be Barron Trump. Is he a happy kid? Is he a poor little rich boy? What's going on with him? What is it like to live in Barron Trump? Yeah. Okay. Well, the first thing out is melancholy. Second card out is old woman. Now, I don't think we have an old man, but I think it's an old person in general, more than likely his dad, and he's just waiting for him. So it looks like, you know, he's a poor little rich boy. First card's out. You know, not a happy kid. He's, you know, probably one of those things. His dad doesn't have any time for him. Kind of cold, kind of distant. Not a surprise, but let's go through and see what else we have here. He's waiting. Waiting. Okay. Okay. He's got an issue with self-confidence. Not a surprise when you see him. He's always a little kind of, you know, geeky, gawky, a little very tall for his age, kind of gangling, and, you know. So he's got a bit of a self-confidence issue. You know, who knows if he actually gets to get out and have interaction with too many people. I doubt he does, you know. Okay, transition. Next card out is transition. Okay. And he does have a lot. I mean, a lot of things in his world are changing, transition. He's going from where he lives to the White House, to Mar-a-Lago. He's also in the transition of growing up. He's only 11, you know, so he's got that to contend with, as well as the transitions of, you know, all the stuff going on. He's just drugged from here, pillar to post. Okay. Next is gathering. So I've got a feeling. Let's look and see what this is. If this is if this is upended or if it's straight. Yeah. You know, of course, he would like to have more interaction, gathering, because he's pretty, again, we got the grasshopper down here, kind of solitary. Looks like he's pretty solitary. Again, we have the one here waiting, just waiting, sadly waiting to have interaction. Oop, next card out. Let's see what happens on this. Okay, we're going. Yeah. So this is a reverse. The free spirit, he doesn't have really much freedom. Not within himself, not outside of himself. Once again, he's drugged from pillar to post. He's really kind of caught there, and I'm sure that he feels like, he's expected to act in a certain way, to do this, to do that, and he doesn't know who and what he is. Next. Okay. Let's see what this is. Not a surprise, very strong, very, very strong, that he feels uncertainty, doubt, hesitation, unstable conditions. There's a lot of discord happening around him. He's like on thin ice. He's walking on eggshells, I'm sure, around his dad. Walking on eggshells on thin ice, just doesn't have any kind of confidence. He's alone. Trying to grow up, always being drugged here and there in transition. Let's see what else is going on. Okay. Okay. So now this one, the resolute, determination, no compromising. I think this probably has to do with his dad. That his dad is just, again, out for himself, and he's, determined he's damn well going to do this, test of character. Okay, well, good luck with that. He has no character. Okay. Continuing on. Let's see what else we have. So far, it's a very sad reading. I feel very sorry for Barron Trump. His mother's not happy with all this stuff that's going on. His dad's a pain in the ass. And he's drugged here and there. Doesn't, I doubt he's got time to have many friends, to have interaction with people. Okay, let's see what this is. It's, yeah. Okay, so what this is telling me, it's really kind of sideways and then it goes upside down. That he really doesn't know who he is, what he is. He's a confused person. You know, all this stuff is happening around him too. Uh, he doesn't have the pieces of the puzzle. You know, his dad, I'm sure, is going off on a rant whenever he sees him. That and it's just this poor boy is doesn't know who he is, doesn't know, you know. Okay. Yeah, not a surprise. He is, yeah, he's a watcher. He doesn't engage in much. You know, they don't engage him. He's just sitting there looking at all these things that are taking place around there. Again, feeling like he's on thin ice. I'm sure he can't open his mouth around his father too much. He lacks self-confidence. You know, he's very sad, very melancholy. And when it comes up with old woman, I think it has to do with his dad, the old man, and waiting. You know, he'd like to have interaction with his dad. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The next card is up is talk shop. He'd like to have heart-to-heart talks with his dad. He'd like to be, you know, able to engage. He would like to feel like he's part of the family and part of the dynamic, you know. But I've got a feeling his dad doesn't have time for him. You know, I don't have time. So, you know, leave him to your mother to raise. Doesn't really engage him. Doesn't really engage him. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Not a surprise. Well, that's big time. Yeah, he doesn't see, you know, he's not fully aware of everything that's going on. He doesn't want to see. He doesn't want to know with all this drama going on with his dad and his mom and all this nonsense. You know, he really doesn't want to engage that. He doesn't want to see that. Who could blame him? Who wants to be in, you know, with all that stuff going on? And the dad's there doing the Twitter stuff. I mean, just, you know, going off on a thing. He's about, his father's really, at this point, mentally ill. Yeah. Again, he's in transition. A lot of changes are happening in his world, which he's really kind of not understanding, you know, not understanding, not getting. Too many changes, and he's watching it all, you know, and he's confused, and he's like again on thin ice, and he has no freedom there within himself. He's drugged here and there. And he's waiting, you know, wanting to have that thing, but his dad is on a, you know, bender, just who wants to engage that, you know? Okay. Yeah. And it looks like, you know, he's, let's see if he's got, of course, he's got this, you know, he's wishing upon a star. He's got these hopes that things will miraculously change. After all, he's waiting. He's waiting, 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 you know, waiting, waiting, waiting. Okay. Next card is Rain Dance. So, you know, I think that he tries to engage as much as he can, but again, you know, he's there alone. He's not engaging with anyone. He's playing there by himself. He's, you know, got to entertain himself for the most part. The F word, in this case, I would say maybe the F word relates to the first thing that pops in. That's what I do with it when it comes up, is freedom, is, you know, he wants some sort of freedom, some fun, some, you know, yeah, freedom and fun, and but he's not having it. There's no freedom and fun. He's feeling like he's really alone in an arid wasteland, that he's really got, you know, really, it's very sad. He feels very much alone. And it feels like the only little puddle of nourishment water is from his mother. Is from his mother. Okay? And the rest of it is just, yeah, rest of it's not happening. He's not getting anything from his father. Not getting anything from his father. And I don't even see anything there with his, really, brothers or sisters or anything. Okay. Let's see what else we have. There is some other energy rapidly coming in. We'll have to see what this is. It is this. Some energy is headed that way. Something is headed that way. Well, something is headed that way, has to do with that truth. I think it has to do with Muller because it's something in that's being put into motion, an energy that is being put into motion to change a situation. Okay, and it comes out to, okay, Ace of Swords, the start of some sort of a idea, identification. So I think it has to do with Mueller stuff is going to rapidly be coming into the picture. And then I have a feeling he's going to be waiting and even more melancholy because this is not going to end well for Trump or his sons. So we're going to leave this here and just, yeah, be grateful you're not Barron Trump. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Barron Trump, I think, is going to wind up just alone with his mother, you know. Yep. He'll have his education, his house, he'll have his mother, but I don't think his father's going to be there. Well, he hasn't been there anyway. Okay. The only thing he can have gratitude for is his mother because his father's never there anyway. And I've got a feeling he's going to be even less there soon. So this is the reading of poor little Barron Trump. You have to feel sorry for the kid. I mean, again, he's really the play on the poor little rich boy. Got a ton of money, you know, can go anywhere in the world, yet he's alone. All he wants is that companionship, and he's got nothing. He's confused. He doesn't know who he is. Drug here and there, and nobody's got time for him except for his mother. That's about it, you know. All this nonsense is going on, which he's watching. He doesn't really want to see, you know. He wants a connection. Not happening. So all you can do is feel very sorry for Barron. Poor little kid. I feel sorry for him. He's in a sad life. Okay. Namaste.